channel.
Hello guys, thanks for staying with us and welcome back to the channel. Finally, we give the best and nothing but the best of every sporting event, from fans reaction to pre-match and post-match analysis, and of course in-depth match analysis. AY Baba, it's good to have you here.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, it's good to have you here. Join us on the social media platform on Facebook, TikTok, X and YouTube, all at Final Whistle 931. Prior to our last discussion yesterday, we talked about the goalkeeping sector of the Super Eagles, how this has created a lot of controversies in the media space, and now we want to look at the defending set, or how they are going to play a major role in that list also. Official, I would love to start with you on this one. We have a lot of our defenders there, and then we're expecting them to bring out their A game.
Yeah, no doubt. Probably at least we can see about 9 defenders being called by a special disciplinary squad.
Yeah.
And traditionally, I was always going with the 6 final court. You understand? So to tell you that, okay, we used to have 4 to start, 2 to be on the bench in whatever aspect. It's just that now we are seeing new inclusion of names, the likes of Felix Agu and the rest. So hopefully Erika has something cooking off his sleeves, and eventually the final 23 will be an interesting one. Quickly on the first person to call is Troost-Ekong. No doubt, everybody knows his quality so far for the Super Eagles. Club side football has not been that excellent for him because he has not been able to cement a permanent deal for a while, except for now he's playing in Saudi Arabia for a while now. All of us know him when he was at the days in Udinese, Watford, different loan moves from each different clubs, but his quality has never been in doubt for the Super Eagles. The MVP of the AFCON, last edition of the AFCON, to tell you that yes, he's a good one. It's just that the only deficiency that a lot of us seem to have about Troost-Ekong currently now is his age. You understand? We feel that those legs are getting tired. You understand? Losing pace gradually, which is normal for a footballer. Once they're getting to the 33, 34 and everything. But aside an excellent footballer, and I'm expecting him to eventually be in that final list. But above all, Troost-Ekong is a good defender. I like his qualities on the ball, calmness. You understand? The only problem I have with Troost-Ekong is aerial duels. But above all, I think it's a solid one for us.
Thank you, official. AY Baba, I want to hear your opinion regarding that.
Official said it all. I think he's the team captain. I think that's one thing that official did not remember to say.
Okay.
So in the absence of Ahmed Musa, he's like coordinator of this shoot. I think he has around 70 caps for the Super Eagles, which is not being. So we are looking forward to what he's going to bring into the table as far as this thing is concerned. Let's not forget that this section that almost frustrated us the last time. In the last minute, they actually slept off, and then we considered that equalizer goal that has now put us in another critical situation. So we are hoping that we are not going to see a repeat of that again.
Official, before I come to you, we have Bassey also on that list.
Yeah, I think solid. He can play as a central back and also as a left back. You understand? So he's one of the utility players that we have in this team. He has not played for a left back in a while, so I don't want to see him in that position. So I like the way he carries the ball. He's a very good carrier of the ball. He can play as a libero. He can also play as a sweeper. But I think going forward, we need to see what he can do. We usually see him in the Premier League. He's one of the standard players that has cemented his place as far as the club football is concerned. So we are looking forward to what he can bring to. We have talked about how they need to be at the World Cup. A player like Calvin Bassey has not been to the World Cup before. So let's see how he particularly can actually bring out his best to ensure that the defensive section of the Super Eagles is well secured as far as the 2 matches are concerned, Rwanda and South Africa. You understand? So he's one player that knows how to carry the ball, but I just have a little bit of how he plays. Sometimes he can actually slip off. Sometimes he gets carried away. Sometimes he commits some ridiculous foul like we saw yesterday. So let's hope that he also brings his A game. Like we expect from the others.
All right, thank you so much. Official.
The MVP of Fulham for last season. You understand? Very important player. Showed the reason why he won that award in Fulham. And judging by what he played in Manchester United yesterday, I would say a decent game, if not for the penalty incident and every other thing. A good ball carrier, like AY said, has a good long range of passing, and I like his type of defense. This Rudiger vibes. Everybody don't have to be aggressive. You have to have that aggressive person in that defense, which it has always worked in every defense setting you can ever have. Look at the best partnership, Pepe and Ramos. There's one that's calm and the other one is aggressive. So I think it's normal. I think I like him. Talking about that left back position, I say what I rightfully said, it's a good thing now that we have Felix Agu in the picture. We don't want to see Kellen Bass in that left back. A club that plays him week in, week out and watches him week in, week out, don't see him fit in playing left back. Definitely That's to show that it is a centre back or a left centre back, depending on whether you want to play a back 3 or a back 4. So definitely that left hand side in that defense is actually covered with Kevin Bassey.
Thank you so much, official. I think the next person on our list has to be Olaoluwa. I know, wonderful player so far.
Yes, the Chelsea graduate from the academy.
Was you bring out the Chelsea?
No. We know there's a factor now.
Okay.
Youngsters.
Exactly.
Youngsters where they eventually go and have successful careers.
If it was a failure, would you still go back to it? That's the question.
The point is, we are always
got corners.
No. We produce winners. So that's how I have to fall back where it is. He's a good right back, right wing back. And how you want to use him, man. I think Olaina actually stepped up in the last season with his defensive awareness. His defensive awareness is a problem for Super Eagles and for Nottingham Forest. But last season he stepped up. I gave him the right back of the season. Sadly, he didn't get to be in that Premier League team of the year. You understand? But I won't lie to you, one of the most important players. I think Nottingham Forest would be glad they actually kept him. In as much as we wanted him to have an upgrade of his career and everything. But I will tell you, if he retires today, he will breathe out his chest and say that I played for the best clubs. You understand? I won things. Let's not forget a Premier League winner for that matter. You understand? So it's a good thing for him. And it's a good thing that, yes, he'll be back to the Super Eagles on form. No injury problem. So if we are going to have a say against Rwanda and South Africa, we need Olaina.
Thank you so much, official.
He has about 30 caps.
Okay.
He can play as a left back and as a wing back. I've seen coaches talking about wing back. So, and I've also seen him play as a left back. So that is the question now. Would the Chelsea maintain his left back
position?
Yes. So far so good. So maybe the inclusion of Felix Agu now might probably now make Olaina go back to his previous. But I still feel like Chelsea has a bold call to make. But it looks like he prefers Bright Osai in the right back. But all of those questions will be answered when the final 23 and then when their first game start. So I think for Olaina, he gives us that attacking instinct. He can gallop, give you crosses. He is also good defensively compared to the other right backs. So whatever it is, we are hoping that it makes the final 23 and also brings his
we're talking about right back position. I think that takes me to the next question. We also have Bright Samuel Osai on that side too, and he's on this list too.
For Osai, I think he has I think it's a culture fell in love with him. He likes the way he carries himself. And then I think like defensively, Osai looks a little bit solid.
So maybe that is what Culture is seeing that's made him stick with him. He actually made his move from Turkey to Birmingham in England
Championship,
which
is a good one for him. So let's see if he's going to make it to the final 23 too.
Okay, thank you so much, Ewa. Official.
Yes, like Ewa said it right. Wonderful career so far. Wonderful career route so far. Started in England to Turkey, now back to England, Birmingham. And it's a good thing that they count on him as a number one choice. New signing, new slotting. The different thing, they'll say, I want to give him time. This one will be time. They give him straight slotting. And it's a good thing that for Olaina, because I've always said you having call-ups but not playing is actually a difficult one for us to know what you can do. So whether we like it or not, I think I'm happy for Olaina that he's getting his own fair share of minutes. Whether we like it or not, he has been deputizing for Olaina. We'll just see him in the Super Eagles camp, training and everything. He doesn't get minutes. But somehow, Ezekiel Shell has trusted him so far. In the 2 matches he has played officially for the Super Eagles under Ezekiel Shell, he has started at right back. So it's going to be interesting to see whether Ezekiel Shell will want to push Olaina to the left back or whether Olaina goes to the bench and Bright Osai side at the right
to the bench.
It's a good competition. For me, it's a holding one.
Talking about the left back position official, I think there's one player that we're yet to see his full potential in that Super Eagles, and he is on this list also. I'm talking about Sopro Bruno Onyemachi.
I'm telling you, he has a lot he has a lot of questions coming his way.
Okay.
He has to start giving answers. The last time we saw him in the Russian friendly, I think it was somehow shaky. Because we have said somehow Ezekiel Shell has not actually trusted him. Before Ezekiel Shell appointment, if they ask anybody, any Nigerian football fan, journalist or be you whatever, you would say that left hand side has been locked down by Bruno. But somehow Ezekiel Shell has not trusted him enough. Like I said, you have to be impressed in training. And so far he has not given the right answers to Ezekiel Shell. But above all, it's a nice option to have. The only reason why we are just taking this lightly is because we have Felix Agu in the mix. But that's why but I feel Bruno Onyemachi has something to offer. And the good thing that Olympiacos playing for a big team that plays in the Championship or in the Europa League, in Europe, where you get to see, where you get to have more experience to play among the bigger boys. I think Bruno Onyemachi we should not do away with him. He has a lot of quality, and as a player, as a person, I'm a huge fan of him.
Thank you so much, official.
Yeah, Bruno, one of the problem he has is the fact that he feels like he needs to prove a point. And that's putting a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah.
So just tell him to play his football. He knows how to play football. I've watched him. I like the style of football he plays. But I don't know why he has been struggling under his culture. So for some of us, he doesn't have any point to prove to us. Yeah, because we've seen him before. So the whole pressure of under his culture is getting to him, especially with the inclusion of Felix Agu now. You understand? So I would just advise him to just play your football. You are a very good footballer. Yeah. You understand? So I think he has, if he eventually makes it to 23-man list, I think he's that name that most Nigerians will not question because they've seen him first. So, but as far as the two games are concerned, I would want to see him again and then eventually cement his position. Because now the other left back that we are still going there, has not had that
positive.
Not positive. Has not actually as that international experience compared to Felix. Compared to Bruno Image, I think we've seen more of Felix Agu in club football. So I think last time we saw him was in the Unity Cup. But you know how football plays in Africa. The kind of football that we play in Africa is very different. So compared to Bruno Image, he has actually seen it, has been there. So he has been to the AFCON, but he didn't eventually get minutes. But I think he has to make sure that he gets himself on the good books of Felix Agu as far as this last qualifier is concerned, because if you miss out this opportunity, he might not get called up.
Yes, we have Igor Ogbu also on the list.
Yes, Igor Ogbu. I think he was fantastic the last time we saw him at the Unity Cup. I think he had a good partnership with the other guy. I think he would be a little bit of different addition to the two centre backs that we have. Two different, because he's also a centre back. You understand? He plays in Slava Prague. So and I think they won the league last season. So we are trying to look at another partnership, because I've always said defenders thrive on partnership. You understand? You have to be able to build a solid partnership with your other centre back. You understand? We've seen it over the years with different defenders across the world. So we are looking for that perfect partnership. Some people are not satisfied with Calvin Bassey and Ekong. Some people have said Shemi Ajayi and Ekong is not working. Some people have said, so we are trying to look at the best partnership. So is Igor Ogbu that man? I think time is going to tell. So if he eventually makes this final 23-man list, I think he also has to cement his ground also. You understand? On the good books of Nigeria, because Nigerians have not seen him that well. So if he eventually makes it, I think he has a point to prove.
Official, what's your take on Igor Ogbu?
Yes, one of the strong headaches of Escashel is that defense side, whether we like it or not. I think one of the medicine to eat is Igor Ogbu. A lot of Nigerian football fans have not seen a lot of him because of where he plays. But believe me, take it from my mouth, he's solid. He has space to his game. He's a good sweeper. You understand? He can actually assist the aging Troost-Ekong in case he's paired with him. And if you're talking about calmness, in case he's paired with Calvin Bassey, he also has calmness. He hardly talks on the field, except when he's backing out orders to his midfielders or something. That is one thing I like with him. He's vocal too. He's vocal too. So I believe he has something to offer. And out of all our defense, talking about aerial duels won, is the highest. So, and one of the problems that we can't deal with is aerial duels. You understand? Winning those aerial duels. The first goal, the goal kicks from the opposition goalkeeper. Can we win that? Can Bassey can't do that? Troost-Ekong can't do that. Ashon, they can't do that. So Igor Ogbu is not shy away from his dada. He will not those balls. So I think if he eventually makes that final 23, nobody will question that. And a lot of people are even pushing and agitating for him to start.
You say not shy away from his dada. I think the next person on our radar, official and I think this name has raised an eyebrow in the media space, and is inclusive, has been the talk of the town. If I must use that word, I think Awaziem, who just made the move to Nantes. was also on that list.
Chidozie is an household name.
Yes, exactly.
He has been with the team. Yeah. He has been with the team, I think, for about 30 caps. He has won 4 AFCONs, like I said the last time. So he's experienced. Just like Ekong. I think he had more AFCONs. He has more AFCON than Ekong. So I think he's experienced. So experience is not his problem. Experience is on his side. Now, another good thing about Chidozie Awazim is the fact that he's also a utility player. He can play as a centre back and also feature as a right back. You understand? The only thing I have with him is I feel like the team has moved past him. And that's what most Nigerians agree about. But for him to be on this list, no doubt, no discredit to his name. I saw him against PSG the last time in the French League On, and it was fantastic. So let us see, maybe he has been able to get back his reading back. And you understand? So if he eventually makes it to the 23-man, which the chances are very slim. I think we're going to get to that later. I think he also has to let Nigerians know that he's not is not. It's the blend of new and old. It's not gone yet. So, but I feel like experience is on his side. He has been there. He has been there, so he knows what it means to be at this stage, at this point in time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's talking about experience. He's still only 28 years old.
Okay.
The only thing is, he blew very, very early.
Yeah.
You understand? So, if we're talking about, I was 5 to 6 seasons ago.
Nobody would doubt you. Yeah.
It's just that he went under the radar in the Super Eagles for a while, so shockingly. But some of us are still follow football generally. We're actually tracking his career record so far. We knew that he's still playing in his own club side in USA and eventually signed for Nantes. So it's a good thing that Nantes replaced a Nigerian and they signed another Nigerian. Probably or something. I think it's in the league now where we can actually monitor his progress now. But like EY says, chances very, very slim. I think if they are supposed to strike out a name, I think it will be one of those players. They will look like the scapegoat with the first title. But that's not the way
we'll get to that official. We'll get to that. Yeah. The next person on our list is Felix Agu, the new Niger boy.
Yes, German base. We have always been good and lucky, and there have always been our lucky charm with those German players coming to play for Nigeria. I think we fought hard for this one. So I hope he rewards our effort with good performances. And the Unity Cup, solid. He's also one of those utility players. Left back, right back is not his problem. I think what I look at Felix Agu and I see more of a Cucurella, not shy and not afraid of dribbles. And that is one thing we want. You understand? He should be able to stand up to wingers. And I think he has that stamina. He can carry on. And even though he's not starting, a good and a very solid option on the bench, which always bring us back to an okay list. If you're not starting, can you come in and affect the game? Felix Agu is the answer. Believe me.
Yeah, I think talking about Felix Agu, one thing that comes to my mind is versatility. He's a versatile left back, and he also plays as a right back. Sometimes you get confused. Is it his right or left leg that is his strong leg? So he has those two attributes. So I think we can also bank on his experience. He's a German machine. And like I said earlier, he has limited international experience, but he has a strong club experience. So we can actually bank on that. You understand? So whoever, if eventually gets to the 23-man list, I think he has to offer. And I feel like the last time we saw him at the Unity Cup, he looked very solid. And I used to say a player is as good as his last match. So I think if he eventually makes it, it's a name that if Nigeria see on the national
they will not question it.
They will not question it.
All right, thank you so much, Evan. Official. And lastly on our list is Benjamin Fredericks. So on that list,
Benjamin. I think Benjamin and Igor Ogbu has to thank Shemi Ajayi. I think these are the reason why we are talking about them.
Why no plan? No go fat.
But for me, I think Benjamin has actually. He has won all odds because against all odds he started again
final
on his first appearance. You understand? And it was fantastic. We saw him at the under-20s. He has developed. You understand? So I think if he's going to make the 23-man list, Nigerians will not also raise eyebrows because we saw what he brought. It was like the stand-up performance of that game. We saw what at a point he now looked solid than the other senior players that were there. So against all, like I said, the height is not on his favor. When you look at him, he's not the tall type of defenders. But he did not allow that to actually weigh him down. We saw how he was intercepting. We saw how he was actually sweeping balls, which is one of some of the attributes of a defender. So I'm looking forward to seeing him on this list if he eventually makes it. You understand? One thing I've noticed about new coaches is this. They always want to give new players
opportunity,
their debut and opportunities. Because there was a time when we had coaches that have brought the likes of Ekong. They believe that when they give you the chance, they can actually trust you. You understand? You can actually trust in them to give you the best. So every coach always want to come with their own kind of players. So if an Harcourt, who is 15 years, is going to make the final call from the goalkeeping section, then I think Benjamin Fredericks
deserve it too. Okay, official, let me hear your opinion regarding that.
Talking about Benjamin Fredericks and sweeping balls, I think he's a good one. I won't lie to you. When they talk about Benjamin Fredericks, people see now. I see the future. I see him in Super Eagles in the next 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Believe me, a solid one, a traditional built player. Played in the MPFL. You understand? Make his ranks, and we see that kind of progress with the likes of Ndidi. And how did they turn out? One of the best for the Super Eagles. So like I said, he's going to be a generational talent for the Super Eagles if managed properly. And what a way to keep him in the mix if he eventually makes the final 23 of which everyone just rightfully said now. New coaches tend to make decisions that especially involving new players where they can say, yes, I brought this
player, yeah.
And believe me, we're going to see chelle giving some debuts to some of these new players. There are quite a few.
Yeah.
But he's still going to be strange. But Benjamin Fredericks is only the one. And if he eventually makes the final 23, believe me, he has the cost to start or probably come off and play get some minutes. Okay,
official and AY, sharply and quickly before we go. If you are in the position of the head coach of the Super Eagles, you have only 6 slots for defenders and you have 9 on your list. AY, you're laughing already.
Yeah, giving the opponent the
Let me start with official. Official. Which 6 are you taking to the window?
Traditionally, it's 6, but you must not go with 6.
Okay.
Go with 7.
God bless you.
Anyway, just the final excuse.
The 6 is too small.
It might not necessarily be 6. Because if you're looking at the profiles on that defense list, definitely chelle is going to go more than 6. Believe me, mark this or subscribers. We're going to go into this competition with more than 6 defenders.
Okay.
I'm telling you, fellas, Ago looks brilliant. Yeah. Fede look brilliant.
All of them good.
Troost-Ekong, Bassey. I'm seeing 2 right backs, 2 left back, and 3 centre backs. So I'm going for a 7 slot. So definitely the people that are making my list is Troost-Ekong, 1, Kevin Bassey, 2, Igor Ogu, 3. That's the 3 centre backs now. Then the 2 left backs, Bruno Sopron-Yemachi and Felix Agu. That's how many? I've called 5. Then the 2 right backs, Olayena and Brighton. So other than the 6 that chelle went for in the last World Cup qualifiers, let's go with 7 this time around. So 2 left back, 2 right back, and 3 centre backs.
Official, I don't drop you. Anyway, let me hear your own.
Yeah, I think it's good because when you are saying 6, you start 4. That means 2 is going to just be on the other. So anything can happen. You have 2 World Cup qualifiers to play. So I think 7 makes sense. I would have loved this to be 8.
Who carry all of them?
So I can't go with all of them. So, but I think one of the things that I will have to consider in choosing my picks is this: where you are playing and how you are playing.
You're playing, okay.
Now I'm putting so many things on the table now. Okay. Now we have a Chidozie Awazim that is actually a utility player. He can play as a centre back. He can play as a right back. But we have enough right backs already. So that means you are only limited to playing as a centre back. So I'm going to strike that out.
Okay. Awazim.
I'm going to strike that out. Yeah. And you understand. So and then now let me come back to where you play. I think if you look at the hierarchy, I think we have a Kevin Bassey that plays in the Premier League, who actually plays week in, week out, which is a factor for me. Then we have an Olayena that plays in Nottingham Forest.
Week in, week out.
They had a fantastic season last season and they picked up from there again. So I think that makes them on my list. Okay. Now, the only reason I'm picking Troost-Ekong is because he's the captain. And he has to be there. Okay. In the absence of Ahmed Musa, somebody has to be there to coordinate. We can actually commend him for his coordination. No doubt. Troost-Ekong actually will be the 3rd person. Then Bright Bassey, who actually plays in the English League.
English League, Birmingham,
makes it 4. I think that's 4.
That's 4,
4 or 5?
4.
That's 4. Why is it not completed? It's a very tough.
You have a long way to go.
So, now this is where the whole thing is. This is where it is very hard. Now, if I have to pick, I don't want to do this having to pick between Igor Ogbu and Benjamin Fredericks. Now, this is the thing. Both are centre backs. Okay. Now we already have 2 centre backs already in
Kevin Bassey
and Troost-Ekong. So I would want to pick Benjamin Fredericks. Okay. I would want to pick Benjamin Fredericks to make it 5. Okay. That's 5. And then Felix Agu
6. Okay.
And Bright Bruno-Yemachi
7. Thank you so much. When I just
it's a very hard one for me.
Alright, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes, those guys have been wonderful, interesting conversation so far. And they gave me the best and nothing but the best. Yes, we talked about the defending sector of the Super Eagles and AY and official. I did justice to that, I was actually giving them the chance of 6 players and then they extend the list by giving me 7 wonderful names. Those players are good and we want to see more of them playing very well. Yes, guys, that's our time on this production. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We'll talk about the goalkeeper. We'll talk about the defender. Now, watch out. We're going to bring you exclusive concerning the midfielders also. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.